And new tonight, Governor Ducey might ease up on a coronavirus ban that's been causing some real pain for hospitals and patients. Dean 12's Bram Resnick has more on why the governor is deciding whether to restart elective surgeries. Bram?
Arizona hospitals have been suffering huge financial losses for the last month, but a lot's changed since Governor Ducey stopped elective procedures. One cancer patient I spoke to told me that ban postponed his last hope.
You really get up for having something that's going to prolong your life.
Chad Snow has been undergoing chemotherapy for his blood cancer every week for 4 years. 2 weeks ago, the Mayo Clinic scrubbed his treatment with a potentially life-extending therapy that could have ended the chemo.
I've burned through every other, treatment option. And so this was kind of the last hopeful thing.
Snow is one of countless Arizonans whose elective procedures, some serious, some not, were canceled by the coronavirus.
I have a very insidious, slow progressing cancer. So I don't think I'm going to die anytime soon. But, more than anything, it's just the psychological part of it. You really get up for having something that's going to prolong your life.
Governor Doug Ducey's March 19th executive order banned all non-essential or elective surgeries, defined as surgeries that could be delayed without putting a patient's health at risk. The goal was to conserve hospital beds and healthcare workers' protective gear, masks, gowns, and other equipment for a massive surge of coronavirus patients. 1 month later, according to hospital officials and staffers, the overwhelming surge hasn't hit. Patient beds are empty. Employees are being furloughed, laid off, or seeing their hours cut. And the bottom is falling out. Up to 40% of hospital revenue vanishing, about $500 million a month. That according to the Arizona Hospital and Healthcare Association. One other thing has changed in the last month, the coronavirus forecast. Governor Ducey and Health Services Director Kara Christ are no longer planning for a worst-case scenario, and the PPE outlook is better. So the Hospital Association says it's now time to consider allowing hospitals in safer areas of the state to resume some elective surgeries. Ducey agrees. His spokesman telling 12 News that newly released data from hospitals will guide that decision. Spokesman Patrick Patak said, "This is something we're looking at. We are working closely with hospitals and have been through this emergency. We've issued an executive order that will get us more data on PPE used around the state. That will help us determine if some of these restrictions can be lifted." There is help on the way for Arizona hospitals and healthcare providers. Congress has approved $700 million to help them pay for coronavirus preparations. In downtown Phoenix, Bram Resnick, 12 News.
Okay, Bram.